this first one right here, you see. Matter of fact, when you look up Jesus right now, if you look it up on your phone, like the brother was just saying, everything we're going to see is going to be some rendition of what we see right here. These images below. Right? Now the question is are those pictures biblical? Oh, I want to ask my brother in the back too. You think that picture is biblical? No? What y'all think?
No, it's not. I know.
No?
I know.
So you don't know? Okay, what about you, sis? No? Okay, good. Because watch this. Because I don't know how familiar you are with the Bible, but watch. Our Messiah gave us a warning that these things will happen. Watch this. 24:4. Start at 4.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Now, the question is he's warning us and saying, make sure that you don't get deceived, right? Now, we're going to read what way will people be trying to deceive us. We had our brother literally do this exact same thing earlier. Read.
Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
We can see all throughout present day and even in history, a lot of men have taken on that persona or that image or that moniker, that banner, and said, I am the Messiah that's to come, right? We see renditions of that when we see this, right? But when we actually read this book, like y'all said, y'all don't agree that that's a biblical depiction of what the Lord looked like. We're going to prove it. We're going to see. We're going to read it. Watch this.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1.
And I'm going to have a question after we read this. Read.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent it and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
So this whole book of Revelations are things that God told his son Jesus Christ, that he sent to his servant to write down and jot down for us today. Right now, part of that, we start to read what John, he started to describe or write down the things that he saw. Right? Now listen to this. Listen to this description of the man that he's saying. Read.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Like what?
Wool. As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet like unto fine brass.
So now we getting some descriptions of what John is saying about this particular man. Saying he's seeing a man with wool texture hair that's white in color, like one of our age brothers if he was out here. Matter of fact, we got some age brothers over there that they hair when you get older it starts to gray, it starts to turn white, right? Wool and texture. It says his feet were like fine brass. Exactly the same texture. You point at it. That's right, right? Now my question is, what color is what you say brass is? So like a goldish brown, right? It's like it's a different shade of brown, like you said, a goldish brown or like a bronze, kind of on that same level. You think about a brass section in a band, it's like a shiny or very clear brown, right? Now it's describing the man saying his feet look this way. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Now take that same bronze or brass. Now you start to put fire to it, you burn it. Now the key word in there is burn. Anytime you think of something burn, it looks like what? You say what? Black. Right. Now this is still describing this man's feet.
Right.
Now I know right now if any of us take the shoes and socks off, oftentimes your feet don't look the same as the rest of you. So we seen this man, if John seen this man's feet being black, dark, right? And he's describing the Messiah, believe it or not, right? If he's seen this man's feet look that way, what do you think the rest of his body look? It's black. He's a dark-skinned man. He looks like one of us.
That's right.
Right? Now, this is the question I wanted to ask, right? So, if the Bible is describing him looking more so like the depiction that we see here, but on TV, on the internet, you seeing this picture right here. You seen this picture before, sis? Right here. All these pictures down here. You ain't seen them before.
She can't see. She needs her.
Oh, you said you can't see my bad. Oh, I ain't hear you. Come on up. You guys sit so far back. I want you to be able to see it.
I said,
Never in your life you seen these pictures.
you point to the top or the bottom?
The bottom.
Oh, the bottom.
Yes. Okay. When you see those pictures, what name is attached to it? Jesus, right? So my question is if we read in the Bible, right, the depiction of Jesus, the man we say that we love, that we serve, we worship, supposed to be our Lord, we give him that title of Lord. We read the description of him being a black man. But every time we look it up, we watch movies, he look like that. The question is who is propagating this imagery right here? It's Caucasian people. But through what means? What ways are they propagating the image?
Slavery.
Okay, through slavery I would agree, but what else? Entertainment. What else?
Everything, basically pictures, everything.
What's a weekly way that our people are into that they push that image?
Are you saying social media?
You said what? There it is. It's through church. Majority of these churches that we go to, they have, even if it's not a literal image that looks like this, they have them crosses set up with somebody hanging on it. You start to look at the features of that person, that's not the features of the man we just described. You see what I'm saying? So now the reason I'm going through all this, because remember we go back to Matthew 24:4. Remember earlier the Lord said to beware lest somebody deceive us, and concerning people coming in his name, laying claim to being him. Right? Now my question is if this is starting to happen to us, or we seeing it happen in real time, coming through these churches, right? Are the churches that we go to, are they teaching us the truth? You say no. You say no. What about you?
No. I said
no. Very good. What y'all think?
I don't go to church.
I know you don't go to church. I know. What about you, bro? You say no. What about you, sis? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So the question would be, right? If they're not teaching us the truth, what should we be getting the truth from? Or let's start very simply. I like that you pointed there. And that's what we gotta do, bro. That's what we gotta do, sis. Right? We say that we love God or we believe in God. We actually gotta start comparing what we hearing to what we actually hear.
Yeah.
It is.
She's reading it. I can't understand.
Acts. You already know the Acts update. That's very true. I agree. It is sometimes can be hard to be understood. So what do you think? Matter of fact, I think 27:12, 37:12. Continue regarding that. Because I agree, right? Some things you read up in here is like, bro, I don't know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to be understood. But this is what we gotta do and see, because if something is hard like that, you gotta have somebody that's gonna guide you or teach you. But the issue is like, well, damn, who did I learn from? If the people in the church who getting these degrees, okay, 37:12, thank you. If they're the people that's deceiving us, okay, though, who I'm supposed to be going to get this information in? Watch this. 37:12. Sorry, 37:12. Yeah, you know. Get that from me. 37:12. Because there's certain qualifications you should look for in men, right, as they teaching you the scriptures. I wouldn't follow no man blindly and be like, okay, pick this brother off the street, look like he may be an addict. I'm like, okay, you teach me the Bible. Like, no, watch this.
Sirach chapter 37 verse 12. But be continually with a godly man, whom ye knoweth to keep the commandments of the Lord.
I know us to do what?
Keep the commandments of the Lord.
And that's why when y'all leave for the day, we encourage y'all, just because we out here, don't take our words for what we saying that this book says. Y'all all more than likely, if you don't own one, your family got one, you can take this book and compare it for yourself. And that's why y'all all got flyers y'all can compare it for yourself. Right? But the qualifications you should look for in people that's to teach you, to help you, is you want to make sure that these men are keeping the commandments in the Bible. Right? But guess what? To be able to filter throughout that, you gotta know what? If I'm looking for somebody to guide me that's keeping the commandments, what I gotta know?
You gotta know the truth for yourself as well.
You gotta know what?
The truth for yourself as well.
It's a key word. So what? Features? What you mean by that?
Just describe how they look.
I'm not looking for somebody to look a certain way. I'm saying qualifications to teach the Bible. Right, let's read it one more time. What's this? 37:12.
Sirach chapter 37 verse 12. But be continually with the godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
So the Bible instructing us to be continually with godly people. Right? How do we determine if somebody is godly or not? By them keeping the commandments. But how can you determine that if you don't know what? Huh? There we go. See what I'm saying? Everything it's going to go back and it's connected to the commandments.
Right.
And believe it or not, that the commandments that we're reading about, brothers and sisters, it's our culture. You know what I'm saying? That's the things that we lost when we came over here. That's what we're trying to regain and teach to our people.
Right. That's right.
Because through doing those things, go back to 1 John 5 and 3. Through doing those things, through learning these things, this is how we show that we truly love God, believe it or not. Because I know, besides you, I know majority of us out here would, if somebody was to ask that question, and I know it was asked, I think to you earlier, Susan, I think to you, if y'all love God, everybody gonna throw their hand up and say yeah. Everybody gonna, if somebody say you believe God, everybody gonna throw their hand up and say yeah. Besides my brother, right? Right? But we should be able to examine our lifestyle and be able to determine whether or not that's true or not. Right? Watch this.
1 John chapter 5 verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
What?
Are not grievous.
So the way we showing the Lord, and sisters, you can come on up too. The way that we show God that we love him is doing what he says, but we gotta start with learning those things. Who you gonna learn them from? Godly things. You know what I'm saying? But I would encourage you, like the sister said earlier, you're gonna have to start reading these things at home. You know, so majority of us, how many of us can be honest and say that, I'll ask you first, how much do you read about him? Like a scripture a day type thing, like an app? No.
But I pray every day. Like,
I mean, praying is different than reading though. Right? What about you?
but y'all read about it.
What about you, sis?
Every now and then.
Every now and then. What about y'all? You said what? Been a while. What about you, sis? Is this your daughter? Okay, I'll pray. Not that much?
I have a church group at school.
Church group at school? So how often do y'all read?
We mostly read online.
So what?
We mostly read online.
Okay. That's very important. Sis, before you go, I want you to listen to this real quick. Because all of us, we get, and that's what something we gotta start thinking about. Like how crazy that is that we would say we put our faith and 10 toes down on this or what God says, but it's like you ask somebody about it, we just like, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? We gotta be more strong than it is in what we say we believe in or what our faith is in. But you gotta read. You gotta learn from people that's actually not only talking the talk, but they walking the walk.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We gotta do that. Watch this.
Isaiah chapter 34 verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Do what?
And read. No one of these shall fail.
And what's so important about this book and what makes it different from any other book is that the things that actually foretold to happen, we see it to happen. Like for an example, bro, before you came up, we went over how these things in our history that we know for a fact happened, how this book foretold it. Do y'all believe that? Have y'all heard of that before? I'm getting a lot of different head nods. What you think? You and listen, you know what I said. These things right here. Do you believe these things happen? How we got here? The history our ancestors had? Okay. What about you in the back? What about you? Okay. What makes the Bible different than any other book is these things that we know for a fact took place, it foretold it to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we know this book is a true book. Name any other book that's foretelling history before it happens. Exactly. Especially specific, and I'll give you some examples. Watch this, Deuteronomy 28:64. Go on, come on up, bro. Man, everybody from outside, y'all must be off work. Oh, okay. Oh, listen to this while y'all go. Read Deuteronomy 28:64. Y'all finna get fired. Hey, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So this is something I want y'all to think about, right? The Bible describes a race of people being taken or scattered from one end of the earth to another side of the earth.
Right.
Now you just think about, let's just play back history for a second and think about what races of people had that history. What y'all thinking about? Y'all just came up. Who got that history? You like, I don't know what this is before happened. Huh? Right. It's us. It's us. Watch, it gets even more descriptive. Keep reading.
Deuteronomy 28:65. And among
Verse 64 again.
Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
My question also is, when we got here, or before we got here, did we already believe in these images right here? I like that answer. No, we didn't. We didn't. These things were foreign to us. These things were foreign to our parents. But watch, we read that this is a result of what we just read, or what y'all just heard. Read it again.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Because we think about my brothers in the back and y'all up here as well. What are the two major world religions today? Most popular.
Christianity and Catholic.
I mean, Catholicism and Christianity about the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? They like big and little brother. Had little arguments, but they about the same thing, to be honest. So besides Catholicism, Christianity, and what else? What would be right next to that? So what? Islam, right? Now, you think about two symbols that's very highly respected or important in those religions. Is what? Christianity, the symbol is what? Come on up, bro. Come on up. The symbols of Christianity and Islam is what? Like, you think about Christianity, if you think it's going to be symbolized by something, what it's going to be? I'm talking about like not an actual man, but a symbol. Like what we wear to symbolize the church. The cross, right? Which is made of what? Wood. What about Islam? All right. They in Mecca, they have a stone that they worship, right? Now watch this. We're gonna read it one more time.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
You know what?
Wood and stone.
So the Lord telling us not only would a group of people be taken from one end of the earth to another, right? But when they get there, they're gonna start to serve different gods or ideologies that their fathers did.
Right.
Right? And it would be symbolized by what? Wood and stone. Which, you think about the two major religions that black people follow today is what? It's Christianity and it's Islam. You see what I'm saying? That's why we say, bro, this book identifies our current, it identifies and explains our past, our current, and our future.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. this community.